This is a relatively new offering as I speak from Smith & Wesson, the Bodyguard 2.0, and I thought we need to shoot it. I'd been hearing about it and had heard some good things about it, and I like it. I will say that. Okay, 380 caliber, 10 rounds, pretty small, pretty light package, under 10 ounces. I started to say pounds. That would be a heavy firearm for a pocket firearm, right? Yeah, I think it's 9.8 ounces, something like that, unloaded. And obviously we carry them loaded, but who knows how much bullets weigh and all that kind of thing. So we start out with them unloaded, and just, that's all I want. I want the weight unloaded, and then I'll decide how heavy it's going to be based on how much ammo I put in it and that kind of thing. But anyway, pretty cool little gun, and a lot of people don't think the 380 is adequate as a defensive pistol. But then again, some people don't think a 44 Magnum is adequate, you know, or a 45 or a 10 millimeter. It just depends. It is a bullet, and the main thing is that it's reliable so far. I don't have a lot of 380s, but I do have the Glock 42. I dug it out. I haven't fired that thing or even laid eyes on it in a long time. I forget about it. And you know, it actually is a little bigger than this. Look at it, it's a little thicker. Who would have thunk that would have another 380 smaller, not a lot smaller, but a little smaller, and it's actually lighter than, I don't know what the weight is, but yeah, that feels heavier. And that is really a small firearm, and it holds just 6 rounds in the magazine. Yeah. So times have changed, and of course I brought out the old LCP Max, which is a nice little 380, and it holds 10 in the magazine, and it's comparable to this. Similar in weight, very little difference at all. Capacity is about the same, except it has a little different feel, and it's a hammer fired internal, you know, hammer fired gun, and you don't really get the bore axis is a little bit higher on this. You don't get, I think, as good a feel that way, or with the trigger. Trigger's okay on the LCP Max, but I like the trigger on this new Bodyguard, more. The Bodyguard, the other one, we did a video on it, and I don't recall everything about it or what I lied to you about with it, but I know it had a hammer fire. It was hammer fired, right? Internally hammer fired. It had a long trigger pull. The trigger was one of the negatives, as I recall, on that firearm. And so they've improved it. I believe it was just a 6-round gun as well, like the Glock 42. But you know, this thing has a better trigger, and it holds 10 rounds or 12. You know, has a 12-round magazine too, which doesn't really extend it too much. I pack that thing full, which I don't always do. It still, gives you, a lot of people would like that, and I do too, but I don't have to have it. But you get a couple extra rounds there. So, you know, pretty nice. I just need to shoot it. I've got let's shoot, let me see if I can get this magazine to work. Why did I pack that full? And they are tough to cram full right now when they're new, I have to say. Okay, let's see if we can get one racked in. I typically load magazines 1 round down. I just do. Easier to manipulate and everything. All right, so that means we have 12 rounds. I did not have one in the chamber. So let's see if I can hit anything with it. It's for a little bitty gun. My big paws. Let's try that. Yeah. Little cowboy. See if I can hit Clyde over there. I'm getting a lot of ringing in my ear. I can't really tell if I hit. But, you know, that's what it's for, of course, up closer. And feels pretty good, I have to say.